Good evening, Bolton Maverick Outdoors. Thanks for visiting my channel and thanks very much for clicking on this video. Today's video it's about a bit of clothing, smocks basically, that you use for outdoors and messing about in woods. You know, they call them bushcraft smocks. It's just a name, and it's a piece of clothing. I like smocks because I just like wearing them. I've got a few different types of smocks. There's some that I use for summer use, and when the weather's not too bad. You can use them for winter, but you have to layer up with them. So the lightweight smocks I've got are made by a firm called WYNEX, which I like their clothing. It's good. It can still be impregnated with wax if you wanted it to, but I prefer to leave it breathable. Now I'm wearing a lightweight smock like the WYNEX Woodsman here. Oops, I'll just zip it up down sides. It's got a full access zip on it, so it's just easy to put on and take off as well. The WYNEX Woodman smock. It's very lightweight, it's very thin, nice to wear in cool weather, stretchy panel on it, it's comfortable. There's a lot of features. I'm not doing a video on it at the moment, it needs a video of its own really. Well, that's a lightweight smock that I wear. And with that, if I'm wearing it in winter, it dries quick with it being thin, but I don't want to get wet, so I'm wearing it in winter. I'd take a waterproof coat with me, or a poncho, and I'd wear a fleece beneath it so I could layer up and use it that way. I've also got another smock by WYNEX called the Pilgrim. This is a good smock. It's a bit more heavy duty than the Woodsman. No thin stretch panels on it. It's good material. It's got ventilation in it, in your pit vents and all that, which it's got a few good pockets. It's a good bit of kit, but it's same again. You'd have to wear a waterproof and layer up. So what I do, I have smocks specifically that I wear in winter, and this is one of them here. A smock by a firm called Game, and this one here is one I've just purchased. Come on down. It's one I've just purchased by a firm called Ridgeline. Now, before we go any further, this Ridgeline smock was about 150 quid, I think, or something like that. And this Game smock on my left was 80 quid. Now, in my opinion, the build quality on them both is about the same. You know, they're both made equally good, I think. But the cheaper smock, the Game, has got advantages over the more expensive smock, and I just can't understand why. It's a bit irritating. It's like the branding on the sleeve on this looks horrendous, but you know, lime green Game written on it. I don't like it, but that's another thing. I'd probably get it off with an iron if I wanted to, but just mind it. This Game smock has a detachable hood. It's not wired, but you could soon alter that by putting something in it. It's got one-handed toggles for pulling it tight, cinching it around your face. It's got a toggle on the back to shorten it on your head. It's got a nice high collar. Really nice material. It's soft shell material, quiet material. It's got neoprene cuffs plus Velcro with tabs so you can pull it off with gloves on. It's got a pocket, it's got a top pocket which is a waterproof zip, which is big enough for your mobile phone. Further down, it's got two hand warmer pockets at about just below chest height, so you could use them where you would carrying a rucksack. And then it's also got a kangaroo pocket, which is quite big. These all have waterproof zips on. Two side pockets have got storm flaps as well. It's got a press stud fastening with a zip behind it, so it's got a storm flap that goes over the zip. Inside it's fully seam taped everywhere, and the lining is a fleece lining. It's a really nice plush fleece lining. Entrance to it is by a side zip. It's got a waterproof, it's supposed to be a waterproof zip, but they never waterproof the zips. If you've got a zip, it's not going to be waterproof. And the waist cinches are inside, which I think is a good idea. They don't dangle about and irritate you, they're hidden. So try to see if there's any difference in stitching between that and the Ridgeline. Anyway, that's the game smock basically. That was 70 quid. It's a really plush material, it feels nice to the touch. That's been one of the winter smocks. That was my main winter smock. I've got other smocks as well. I've got swan dry, I've got all kinds of smocks, but that's the most functional, I think, in winter. This is a Ridgeline smock, Ridgeline monsoon. It was twice the price of that smock, the game smock. The material doesn't feel as good. It is seam taped. The hood's attached permanently. This inside material is cold to the touch, so you're going to have to layer up with this. You're going to have to put something underneath so that's not in contact with your skin. Zip's good, same thing. It's got a zip with a storm flap with press studs. It's got a pocket up here that's got a waterproof, supposedly, zip and press studs. And then it's got two pockets low down here with these waterproof zip coverings on them. They're quite generous pockets. There's only 3 pockets. The cinch cords are on the outside for your waist. The cuffs are just Velcro, no other adjustment. I just think that game smock was half the price of this Ridgeline smock. I don't understand why. This is nowhere near as much work in it as that game smock. That game smock's finished better. The colour maybe a bit better on this Ridgeline smock. But it's nothing special. This is all seam taped inside, and it's presumably got a hydrostatic head rating of 10,000 millimetres. Well, I don't know the hydrostatic head rating for this game coat, but I've been out in some really heavy weather and it's kept me dry. I've been up on the moors and in the forests with that on, and it's kept me dry, and it's been absolutely pouring down. So it works. Now, what I can't understand is the difference in price when they're the same. Well, that's got extra. The game's got extra things on it than this Ridgeline jacket has. It's warmer for winter. You'd have to layer up with this. Maybe that's a plus and a minus. If you layer up, you can always take a layer off without the fleece is attached. But in winter, it's very rare that if I'm in woodland just pottering about doing things, I need to strip any layers off when it's cold. I just like, some of these firms like to explain themselves a bit with the prices. Maybe they're getting it made somewhere else, but they all seem to be made in China or a Middle Eastern country. They're all labelled as British. It's like the Ridgeline smock is labelled New Zealand. I don't know if it's made in New Zealand, I'd have to double check. But let's have a look. I'll have a quick look at that while we're on. Maybe they are made in New Zealand. Maybe the labour costs are more expensive. I can't really find it. That could explain it, but I think, I don't know where this is made. The game equipment, it's probably made abroad. It's just cheaper for labour if they get them made abroad. Well, this is a better finish, better feel, fleece lined, more features, more pockets. Pockets in sensible places that don't interfere with your rucksack. It's even got, on the shoulders, it's got silicone impregnation, so like a honeycomb. So when you wear your pack, it doesn't, your straps don't slip off. And it's little things like that. It's a good little plus, isn't it? You know, it'll hold your straps in place while you're on your pack if the material's slippy. Well, all these extras on this, neoprene cuffs, pockets in the right place, more pockets. It's a bit, it just annoys me that you pay twice as much for one company because we're named than another company. Let me know what you think, because everybody out there will have some equipment. Do you think the main brands are always better than an unnamed brand? I don't think so, because I've got proof of that here, and I've got proof of it with a few other things. It's like I've got Fjallraven pants, and I've got work pants, and they're made of the same material. Just because you call the material G1000 or whatever, it's still polycotton. That's what it is. You know, it's no miracle ingredient, it's just polycotton. And most work pants are polycotton and hard wearing. Maybe some of the specialised mountaineering stuff that's lightweight and hiking stuff, maybe that's took a bit more research and a bit more specialist materials, and that's why it's expensive to save weight. But in this game, it's not about saving weight, is it? It's about staying dry and keeping warm. Anyway, that's a bit of a moan, sorry about a bit of a moan, that's my conclusions. I just wonder if you'd let me know if you watch this video what your thoughts are on equipment and prices and why there's so much variation in manufacturers. Is it hype or is it true? I know a lot of people say theirs is better because they've paid more, and I don't think that's the case always. Maybe it is sometimes. I've bought some cheap stuff and it's rubbish, and I've bought an expensive product and it's been well made, a lot better. Like some down quilts I bought, you can see through them. Other down quilts I bought are thick, you can't see, good quilts. So there is variations, obviously. Some budget stuff is what it says, it's budget. But I'm not about budget and expensive, I'm on about the names, the hype. What do you think? Anyway, thanks for watching my video. I'll see you when I'm out about. It's appreciated. See you all later.